life in LA is very different from life here in that you can plan easily. You know, the sky is pretty much, particularly in LA, blue every day. So if you want to have a barbecue, you have a barbecue. You know, we grill food every day. We've got the beach 20 seconds down the road from where we live. The whole weight issue in LA is fairly ludicrous. I mean, the rest of America, strangely, is known for being a little bit more overweight. But in LA, it's crazy. I've never been anywhere where people are so conscious of how they look. And in a way, it makes you want to go the other way. I was in Beverly Hills the other day and there was this mother walking in front of me with her like 7-year-old daughter, and the daughter's like, you know, Mummy, does this dress make me look too thin? And the mum's like, darling, you can never look thin enough. And this girl was 7, and I really wanted to stop the mother and give her a talking to, because it's like, you know, what are you thinking? When I had my daughter Kaya, the funny thing was when I was pregnant, I had no idea that I was putting on weight. And right the way through, I thought I was one of these women who was just gaining a belly. And actually, if you looked at me from behind, you wouldn't even know I was pregnant. And now when I look back at pictures, it's so funny because I'm like, how did I think that? You know, my whole body just blew up. I think some of it is hereditary. You know, my mum put on a lot of weight when she was pregnant, but I put on about 4.5 stone with Kaya, and she, when she was born, weighed 9 pounds 6, so there was a slight discrepancy there. My weight sort of plateaued after about a year and a half of having her, and I'd sort of hit size 12/14, about 10.5 stone, and I couldn't lose any more, and I can't remember being under 10 stone ever, really. I'd kind of resigned myself to the fact that I was going to be at 12/14, and I was happy with that. You know, I've been that in my life before, and it's a fine size. But for me, I did want to be slightly smaller because I just felt like I was carrying a few excess pounds around. Couldn't do it through exercise and diet. And then I discovered this product, LIPObind, and I'm very anti taking products and stuff like that. But I loved the fact that it was organic and completely natural, cactus based. So I didn't feel like I was putting chemicals in my body, because I wasn't. For me, the main benefits are that I feel healthier for Kaya and running around after her. I have a lot more energy, and I feel more attractive. You know, I'm a mother, but I'm also a wife, and every woman wants to feel good when they're walking around the bedroom naked. And you know, you don't want to feel like you're hiding behind your dressing gown or something. And I feel really confident. I feel as confident as when I first got married. You know, and it's nice to feel like that. I thought for a while that I wouldn't be that confident again. I think the biggest tip I would have for people that are struggling is to be realistic about your goal. You know, don't put up pictures of supermodels around the house, because none of us are that tall. If they are, they're very lucky. And you know, they're all airbrushed, those pictures anyway. So have a picture of you when you felt confident and you felt great about yourself, and put it on your fridge, because that means you can achieve it. Other tips: if you don't want to eat it, don't have it in the house. You know, I don't have any biscuits or anything like that in my house, because I know that I'll hit a slump and be tired at some point and reach for it. So if it's not there, you can't have it. My other tips: lots of water, definitely. You know, you've got to drink lots during the day. I normally drink 2 of those big bottles of water. And a lot of the time you think you're hungry, you're not, you're thirsty. So that would be a big tip. And have a kind of time scale on trying to lose weight and get healthy. You know, if you've got a wedding coming up or a holiday, it really helps, because if you're just losing weight, then you'll cheat a bit, and then you'll go, oh, I'll start next week, I've messed this week up already. You know, we've all done it, and you can just go on forever like that. Or if you haven't got any big event coming up, make a big event. You know, book a weekend for you and your husband away during which you want to feel fabulous, or a weekend when you're going to Barcelona with the girls, or you know, anything. Just give yourself a treat at the end of the work. And obviously always have LIPObind in your bag, because then you won't be tempted to go off track.